gentlemen, welcome to Arm Wrestling tonight. This is Hollywood and Connelly with that double biceps. It is in the contract a legal requirement every single time we appear on camera. That's right. We're going to get outgunned here today by today's guest. We'll get to the guest in a second. When first, we'll have to introduce the co-host, the co-founder, the co-breather of air, the co-wearer of clothes in this very room. It is none other than the master of disaster, the king of sting, the Count of Monte Cristo. It is your friend and mine. It is the winner of the Dave Stockbridge of the Year Award, the illustrious award held by the illustrious man with the illustrious beard. It's in the background there somewhere, and it is none other than Dave Stockbridge.
Oh, well, thank you very much for that very, very warm welcome as always. Hollywood McConnelly, it's a joy to be here on the podcast, and we have ourselves a very, very special guest. He is the one and only AWE Triple Champion, Brad Coutts. Brett, you are looking amazing. You were saying off air 105 kilograms. The Triple Champ is coming in lean. He's coming in muscular. He's coming in the biggest and best form of his career. He's 49 years old now.
Still 48.
48 years old for a little while longer. When do you turn 49?
Nah, that'll be the end of the year. So I was claiming 48 a bit early.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know. Good. Okay. A youthful 48 years of age. So feeling good coming into this, Brett? You now your opponents, I guess the big three that names that you're up against, the three names that everybody at home knows, Mario Tambarkis, the Matarangi, the Beast Hatter Morris, and of course Ryan Bowen. They all say that you're the favorite for one very good reason, and that is your strength and endurance. Your endurance in particular.
I'm a stubborn old man. I don't give up.
And is that something over the years you've just felt naturally disposed to, or is that something that you feel like you've worked on whilst everybody else has been working on the power? You already had that, and so you worked on the endurance, or is it just a natural gift?
I think a bit of both, because it's definitely a natural gift. But I've always been holding in training, holding people, just hanging on, and it just got better and better.
So, now I can see that with guys with very strong gym lifts, like who used to do traditional barbell curls or a lot of bicep work, and you see that classic leaning out and letting somebody work throughout training, and you can see if you've been doing that for 17 years, which
I did it for years.
The sport, then you've got to get pretty damn strong in that position.
You're a little bit like that yourself, Matt.
Yeah, I'm not on Brett's level, but I can see the similarities with the styles there when you're letting somebody work, and it's like I can comfortably hold somebody, with my bicep and let them bounce on that for a bit and come back from there, just so that we both get a bit of a workout out of it. But
it can create problems when you compete, though, because you're that used to doing that. That's really not where you want to be when you compete. You don't want to be holding. I got into a bad habit of just blocking and holding.
Yeah,
which we don't do anymore. Yeah,
we had some fast hits throughout when we had the champions matches. There was a couple of rounds there where we almost flash pinned your opponents. Was that something that you had to work on? Did you have that explosive speed naturally?
It was something I had, but it always hurt. When I hit really hard, it always felt like it hurt my elbow, so I just stayed away from it. But now it's just my elbows are getting better and better, so it's something I can do now.
Yeah, that flop wrist press that you've implemented as well, that seems to be a game changer for you, because you can get, you're so strong you can get that third off of the center.
Yeah.
And now you can come over and get the shoulder behind and really put your whole body weight on it.
Yeah, I've been working hard on that too. It's a lot stronger now.
Oh.
What movements are you doing? Are you've got a long history in the gym even before arm wrestling, but now you're 15 years in on arm wrestling as well. Are you doing any arm wrestling specific? Like when you say you're getting better at that, is that something you're working on in the gym, or is that something you're mostly table timing with?
No, I do about 20 minutes arm wrestling training every workout at the gym. But that's mostly back pressure, wrist wrench, all that kind of stuff. Then I'll do at least 3 days on the table at home, gym specifics, but just with a cable cage, not with people. So I do pressing movements, top roller movements, back pressure.
Yeah. Well, now you're AWE triple champion. We know the phone's been ringing for overseas. We were on a podcast a little bit earlier. I jumped onto Matt's podcast, and there was an invitation there for you to head over to New York at some stage. Are these opportunities starting to come your way a little more readily now?
Yeah, I had a couple. I had to knock them back, so I've got to apply for visas, and I only had 2 weeks' notice. But I've put the applications in for visas, so if the opportunity does pop up, I'm good to go.
Wow.
But I didn't want to pull Alex Credecha. I watched the match, and I'm glad I didn't go. Like, he destroyed that poor guy. Yeah, I would look like a child beside him, but anyway.
Oh, he's a monster. Was he like 6'8", like 160 kilos? Like, he's just insane.
He was. I looked it up. He was 155 and 6'7", I think. But
yeah,
I still, if I had got the visa, I still would have considered it. Just even if he let me into a match, if he let me in, I would never get into it. If he let me into it, it would have been fun.
Absolutely, would have loved to have seen it, but hey, the door hasn't shut for international opportunities in any way. So, yeah, as we were saying before, we were talking to Dan Centrella, who is involved with the MAC Major Arm Wrestling Championship, which runs through North America, and they have their different table designs and that sort of thing. And we were saying about some of the top guys in Australia, and of course, your name comes up right at the top, and he's like, well, we have to get him over here and get him some matches.
Yeah, well, once the visa comes through for America, then I can commit. I can't commit without that. It'd let people down. But I'm coming into this one no injury-free, 100%. All my injuries are healed and stronger than either the previous 2 times. So my lifts are stronger, but we'll wait and see how it converts.
Yeah, and so coming into this event, it's a different style of event. For those people that have been following the podcast, they might already know this, but for those that are just joining in, the event that we're having on the 18th of January in Australia is the Last Man Standing. It's a King of the Table format event that you might have had at your own club at some stage, but it's 1 hour. Last time we did this, there was over 130 matches in that 1 hour. We've got perhaps, it looks like somewhere in the vicinity of 15 to 20 registrants is what's expected for the event. Within that, we've got some of the cream of the crop when it comes to arm wrestlers from the Southern Hemisphere. New Zealand champion Mate Rangi, the Beast Header Morris, is making his way over. Of course, triple champion Brett Coutts is in front of us right now. And Mario Tambakis is a rising international star hailing out of Sydney. And of course, Ryan Bowen, who needs no introduction, will also be there. Considering you've got 3 names that are relatively well known, these are guys that you've pulled and enjoyed success against it at some point in the not too recent past, but it's certainly still stiff competition. If they bring their best on the day, they could well cause some trouble for you. Is the X factor maybe the format then, or is it okay? Where am I going to be in the draw? Is it going to be is it going to be injury? Are you going to be? Is it you that you're most concerned about here, rather than maybe the format of the competition? What's running through your mind as you're coming into this event and trying to psychologically prepare yourself for this 1 hour arm wrestling extravaganza?
I want to come in and go as hard as I can early and just take as many as I can early, because I know I'm going to come on strong at the end. So after halfway through, I can't see anyone beating me. So if I take as many as I can early, then by halfway it's over. But they're all dangerous too. Mario, I haven't put Mario in a long time. Mario's scary, fast, different. Ryan's he's definitely the best he's ever been. And last time I pulled Matt, I couldn't do anything with him. And
that was recently as well, wasn't it? That was
about 2.5 months ago.
Yeah.
And I've had a solid 2.5 months prep because I hadn't been training. So I was still getting over injuries from the last thing. Yeah. But it's still going to be interesting.
So it's interesting because I think you've got maybe the best formulated plan of any of the athletes we've spoken to so far. And we've got Matarangi on next week, so it'll be very interesting to see what's going through his mind. But you've got the first concrete plan in terms of I'm going to rip through as many as I can. I'm going to clock up those wins as much as I can, and then knowing that the second half hour is going to be mine either way. If I can get my nose in front by that,
I'm going to try and stay on the table the whole time.
Steamroll. Yeah, yep.
That's the absolute goal. But...
Yep. Yeah, well, it's a good goal to have because if you are the man that's on the table for the longest period of time, you are the winner of the $5,000. And if you're there right at the end, there's another $2,500 to take back to Melbourne and enjoy with Nat doing whatever it is that you want to do. So $7,500 could be coming your way if you're indeed that man, which is a terrific prize. And we do want to thank our sponsors, the Raw Store. So you're good friends with Nick Vella from the Raw Store. He's a very good friend of the podcast and of AWE, and the Raw Store have gotten on board again to support our events. And the Raw Store is it's where I get all of my supplementation. So if I jump on there, I'm getting the Salagit, I'm getting the Zeolite Magnesium, I'm getting the NADs, everything that you need in order to have a good balanced diet. There's some extra stuff on there as well. I've got some Italian herbs just as a nice little bonus from them. They've lasted like 3 months. They are fantastic. They make every tomato sauce taste better. So fantastic range of products. They've got some snacks on there as well as some of the more serious kind of supplements. You'll see on there all organic stuff, hand picked, hand selected, and by the team there. And delivery is super quick. And there's some of the NADs on screen at the moment, which is great, especially for those people that are in their 30s and 40s and wanting to stay youthful, wanting their skin to stay looking great, wanting to feel good on the inside as well as the outside. The NAD Plus, that's a fantastic product. I can attest to that. I've been on the NADs now for about 7 or 8 months and I've never felt better. What I would suggest to anybody that is just looking to dabble in some supplements or is looking for a better local supply of supplements, then head over to the Raw Store, punch in AWE, you'll get 20% off and you'll be supporting a great Australian business. Of course, they will send internationally as well. So, and if you're anywhere in the region, it'll just take an extra few days to find its way into your letterbox. But therawstore.com.au. There you people. We would suggest that you head over there right now. We want to thank Nick Vella and the team at the Raw Store for their wonderful support.
Absolutely. One of your training partners, Nick Vella.
Yeah, definitely. Although he hasn't been training much, he's been working too much lately.
So okay.
Been doing night shifts and working all weekend, so...
Okay, because he's coming from a bodybuilding background as well, isn't he? He's competed a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I think he won physique title, so he's done well.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we were saying before the show started that it looked like you're about ready to step on stage in the current form that you are, and you haven't even been trying, apparently.
No, I haven't been intentionally done. I've been trying to put on weight, and I'm still, close to the leanest I've ever been.
Wow.
Well, is that your problem? Is putting on weight? Do you find
definitely.
You get you're a hard gainer?
Yeah, I'm not a big guy naturally. This is like 105. I can get to 110, but that's pushing. I don't think I can hold it. I'm probably going to just stay at 105, and
there's a whole world of opportunities that's coming up for guys in that 105 category. Internationally at the top level at East versus West so there seems to be a real niche of athletes, much like yourself, big strong guys, but if you're not 6'7", it's really hard to be maintaining a 125 130 kilo weight and to do that in a healthy way, it's really difficult. So it's fantastic to see a lot of guys that are just kind of, you know what, I'm gonna pull back a little bit. I'm gonna stay lean, stay healthy, stay strong, but not chase the super heavyweights anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get that much stronger anyway. But I'm happy to pull someone bigger.
Yeah.
At this weight, I'm happy to pull 115 or 120.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's one of those things. I reckon arm wrestling is similar to boxing in some respects with that, where you get a lot of guys that they're not that much stronger at, say, 130, 140, 150 kilos, but they just don't have the same coordination ability to be able to move, and to they lose. There's something lost in translation as
yeah, definitely.
As you start to get that massive, it just doesn't always work. There are, of course, always exceptions, and there's freaks out there, but by and large, those guys that are kind of 6'1" and under are going to find themselves with a lot more longevity if they're sticking around that 110 and under.
Yeah, Lachlan said when he got to that 120, he was slower, and he wasn't. I don't know if he wasn't a lot stronger, but he said it slowed him down. So.
And how are those belts looking on the piece at home?
Still enjoying them very much, thank you.
I was thinking of for Christmas sending you over some tarn off, just so you could keep them nice.
No, they're sparkling and they're nice and clean.
We're just watching. We're just watching Brett win the belts that you're talking about right now.
And have you had much feedback from these matches since? Like, is it, those people that have seen these matches, what have they had to say to you about it?
Yeah, everyone loved them. They loved them. It was a really good event. It was exciting. They were good matches. They weren't flash pins. And I came back against Lachlan. The comeback, everyone loved that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was
I think that was the concern that you had, wasn't it? But that you were going to, after that first round, because you
blasted myself after that first round.
Yeah. But then you, what did you made an adjustment?
Yeah, I just went straight back.
Okay.
Straight back. There was no trying to hook. I thought we were going to hook and play, having fun in the first round, but that obviously didn't happen. Or he just hit straight through it. So after that, I just went straight back and stopped it.
Could you hear much of the crowd when you were in the cage there?
I don't hear anything.
You didn't hear it. Yeah,
I don't hear anything
from cage side. Even behind the commentary desk with the earphones on, there was a particular moment with your, especially in this match where you were making that comeback, that the crowd started to kind of shift in your direction, and they decided that I think they, after that first round, decided you're the underdog. And then I reckon that false start from Lachlan didn't earn him too many friends in the room either. And then everybody decided, this Brett Coutts, he's our guy now.
Maybe the early celebration.
Yeah. Just a little bit of cockiness and bravado, and people were kind of thinking, no, we're gonna let's hope this guy can come back into it. And so about midway through the match, the room started to get a little bit more excited as you were hanging on and then eventually pushing through. And then a similar kind of dynamic in your match with Mateo Rangi, because when the big New Zealander walked out into the room of over 1,000 fight fans, the people audibly gasped at the sheer mountainous nature of the man. And
I did when I saw him first too. when we saw him walk into the restaurant the night before, I was like, "What the? He's even bigger. How did he get bigger?"
It's like, that's who you're going against.
And then when you got in there, it's like, people recognised you from the first match, and it's like, he's kind of well, he's definitely the underdog this time. Like, he had that match with that other guy, and he looked almost human. Like, how's he going to beat that man Mountain that's just walked out? And then as that match dragged on, people got very, very vocal in their support of you, and it was wonderful to see how that tide turned and how you became the crowd favourite. It was almost a bit of a storybook moment when you get to walk away with both of the belts, walking away with two championship belts at the end of that evening.
It definitely was. Yeah,
getting the two belts was champion as well.
Loved it.
Yeah, well, this is one of the match you're seeing on the screen at the moment with Brett and Matawarangi. You will probably see this a lot of times next Sunday because in the King of the Last Man Standing, it's King of the Table for 1 hour non-stop. And I think that if you're going to hold that king position, you're going to be running up against Demario Tabakis, Ryan Bowen, Matawarangi quite regularly. So we're going to see a lot of these matches.
Yeah, it's good. There's going to be a it's going to be interesting to see how the top four guys fare, and I think in large part it's going to have something to do with where they're going to fit in terms of the draw, because that's an X factor as well. We don't know. It'll be up to Lady Luck. It could be that Brett starts off at the top, and then he's got a couple of the top guys straight away, and Matawarangi's kind of sitting back, 3 or 4 deep thereafter, and then has the rest of, say, the second tier competition, we'll say nicely, but the next level of guys to work through. So a little bit of Lady Luck will go a long way in this event. Yeah,
definitely. But there's an hour, so it's going to come. It should all even out.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So when we first heard about the concept of it, was it something that you were like, oh, that sounds completely suited to my style, or were you like, oh, I don't know?
I definitely knew it was suited to my style. I wasn't sure about how the event's going to look, how people are going to come across, but I was definitely keen.
Absolutely.
I'm just Stuart Lachlan Adair's not in it or not in his peak anymore, because I'd love to see where I'm at compared to when he was at his best.
Yeah, he's dealing with that finger injury or something, isn't he, at the moment?
I'm not sure anyone's quite where he was yet.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Well, Ryan Bowen is in the chat here. He says that he still wants to have a super match with Brett.
Yeah, because a win in this is not going to count. You can count it if you want to, but whatever.
We did joke that all this was our attempt to create a format of the sport where Ryan might be able to beat Brett Coutts.
So he better hope he gets a pin on me. He's going to be embarrassed if he doesn't.
Maybe that's the incentive. If he gets a pin on you in this event, you might consider doing that super match.
I'll do that super match anytime.
We've got a comment here from Hillary.
Would you put one of your belts on the line then, if you're going to have a super match with Ryan?
Yeah, of course.
Very interesting.
Don't get me wrong, Ryan looks phenomenally strong. I'm not underestimating him. I know a lot of people are, but he won East versus West, Sam and Chacom. He's better than a lot of people are giving him credit for, but I'll still do it.
Just got a comment in here from Hillary. Says the first arm wrestling match I ever watched was that one with Brett winning against Lachlan and Matawarangi. I'm keen to see the action in person next weekend.
Very, very good.
And what a great way to get introduced to the sport of arm wrestling.
Good one to watch.
Yeah. Well, it's fun because, like, if I want to show somebody arm wrestling, I normally go to that video because it's like, it's exciting. You got two huge guys in both matches, and the match itself is interesting. It's not just
they were reasonably good matches. Like, even though they were a bit kingsy at one point, they were a bit open armed. They were still good battles.
Yes, it wasn't just constant restarts or anything like that. Which is one of those things that we're really trying to adjust and mitigate and work around with the AWE rule set. And I think it worked out really well in that format.
Yeah, it'd definitely be good to discuss with the top 4 or 5 guys if they want to start in straps for this comp. Because like me and Matt, we slip every time. There's no way I can hang on to his hand. If I hang on to his hand, I'm going to get pinned, most probably. So,
yeah. Do you want to break the bad news now, Matt? Or...
Oh no, Brett knows. Brett knows the rule that if you slip, you go to the strap, but you can agree. The competitors can agree. If somebody walks up and goes, "Can I get the strap?" and you're like, "Yeah, that's fine," then sure, we'll apply the strap. It's
It's just kind of silly for people. I'll hit as hard as I can. The match might go my way, but we're still going to slip. So it won't be a slip and losing position or anything. But we may as well just start in straps. I'm sure a few of them will want to, a few of them won't.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, it's up to the athletes. If you walk up to the table and say, "Can I use a strap?" and the other person says, "Yeah, let's do it." Why would I then be like, "No"?
Because you're mean. You're mean, Matt.
It's just the ones that know it's going to go to strap and want you to work for it. Like, come on, that's not what this comp's about. It's meant to be fast-paced, and you know it's going to strap. They just want you to work for it. It doesn't make sense. That's
right. We've got a comment in here from Ashley Hoyter who says, "The man, the myth, the legend." Happy New Year, guys. I know how excited Ashley was to meet you when we had her over here in Adelaide.
Yeah, Ashley's awesome. I can't wait to see her up against. I don't know who they're going to put up against next. It's got to be someone elite.
Yeah, I'd like to see her against Jocelyn Brinson. I think that would be. Yeah, she's also from a powerlifting background. Very, very powerful woman, and that would be an awesome match. I think she's Canadian.
Yeah, she's the one who just won recently at East vs West. Won convincingly too. No, if she slows Ashley down. Someone's got to eventually.
Oh, that's right. We're getting a lot of pullers from the Southern Hemisphere making huge waves internationally. Richard Borman doing well over at East vs West. His younger brother as well, Duvan. And Ashley Hoyter, obviously, going over and doing a tremendous job representing New Zealand in the women's division. And not only that, but having set a world record for bench press prior to getting involved in the sport of arm wrestling. But just very special people in this sport.
Indeed. And Brett, what's on your radar for 2026? What have you got something already in mind, or are you just looking to stay as strong as possible and wait for the opportunities to emerge?
Definitely want to get international. Like I said, I'm applying for visas now. Lachlan Carpenter just said he's probably going to East versus West, maybe in Germany. I don't know. He suggested it anyway. So if he's going, I'll look at that maybe. Definitely want to get out there.
Very, very cool. Very cool. So international, ladies and gentlemen, the AWE belts are going to be strapped to this man's shoulders as he goes through customs on his way.
It's going to be most of my
around
baggage.
The world. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, please join us one more time in thanking the AWE Triple Champion, Brett Coutts, for joining us here on the podcast. Brett, thank you so much. Certainly appreciate you jumping on board. We can't wait to see you on the 18th of January. If you're an arm wrestling fan, you want to be there in person, you can certainly do that. All you need to do is jump on the AWE website and register now. If you do want to compete, certainly registering on the AWE website is your best way of doing so. There is a small fee of $50 to compete, but there's plenty of upside. If you're the man that's on the table for the longest period of time, you will win.
It's most pins.
Oh, sorry, most pins. We did change that. Most pins.
There's no live stream.
$5,000 and $2,500.
Sorry,
no
live stream. There will not be a live stream, but stay tuned because within the week we will have this released for the world to see. So people will be able to check it all out, and we will certainly be ramping up the attention for that as we draw closer to the big release. Hollywood Matt Connelly, any comments or further thoughts before we go away?
We've just got a couple of people that jumped in for the comment right at the end here. We've got Chetna, who is going to be going up against Franch McGee at the event, and she said she's very excited to meet all of you. We've also got Lucky Wood in from the Lucky Ones podcast. She says, hey. And Chetna also says, when are you going to be calling me and my opponent Franch to come on your podcast? Well, let's do it next week.
Let's do it. So
absolutely.
Yep. So we'll there's your big announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Indian champion Chetna will be on the podcast next week. I don't know if we bring on the siren at the same time. Would that be too much tension on the podcast at the one time? I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe there'll be some fireworks for the big match up here on the 18th of January in a little over a week. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Good to catch you live. Really enjoyed the Aussie special on the Fix podcast. It was just a shame. Oh, that Dave was missing. I wasn't actually invited. But it was. I did watch that same podcast. It was a great podcast, and with Matt and Phil on there, and Mario, I think it was fantastic. Everybody got a great sense as to what's going on in the scene right now, and from some of the big movers and shakers themselves.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, everyone in the comments. Thank you for watching, and thank you to triple champion Brett Coutts. We will see you next Sunday here at Adelaide. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Matt.